everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the era of accounting and financial management. Acha, today what are we going to talk about? As you know, I've started with the module B. Now we are progressing further. Matlab, today's topic is going to be cash flow and fund flow. Along with this, I'll be starting with another topic that is banking companies, the financial statements of a banking company. Do you know? Uh, okay. We were talking about it in the last class even. In a banking company, or I would say in a bank, bank is basically a company, which is called a banking company there, right? So when we talk about banking companies, they follow Banking Regulation Act. Number one, they are following RBI Act. They have to follow Income Tax Act. And now parts of Companies Act are also applicable to them. Then they also have to face EPF Act, okay, gratuity, and many more allied acts are applicable on this particular uh, organization. Okay, so cash flow statement and fund flow statement. Cash flow is required. It is actually compulsory for all those companies which are covered under cash flow is compulsory for all those companies which are covered under listed. The companies which are basically listed under SEBI are required to get themselves prepared a cash flow statement. Okay, all the top-notch companies, they have to get themselves all these required documents. That means it includes profit and loss account, they include the balance sheet, then they include the cash flow statement as well. Okay, now comes the next pointer. What are we going to talk about today? Number one, I think when we look forward towards the entire topic that I'm going to cover today, first portion is going to be the financial statements of a banking company. And in the last class, when I was covering the topic, I had covered more of cash flow statement and a bit of fund flow statement, right? So today it's gonna be a mix of all these. Let's move on and talk about it. The first question says, which one of the following is not considered to be subsidiary book in the bank? Current account ledger, general ledger, loan ledger, or bills discounted and purchased ledger. Subsidiary means an additional book. Bank also creates a few books and they call them subsidiary or additional. है ना? For them, the additional books that they're creating is general ledger. Okay? It is the general ledger. Okay. Here comes the next question. In case of financial statements of a bank, or we can say the banking company, it has defined schedules. That means first schedule as per this has to be the shares, then the second is defined, third is defined, fourth is defined. So all these have specific serial numbers according to which all these things are defined. Okay, and after the completion of the financial statements, that includes the balance sheet. After the balance sheet, now they have a particular term called contingent liabilities there. For that particular area, they have a schedule but no place in the balance sheet. It is placed at the footnote of the balance sheet. Okay? So in this case, the correct answer is going to be the schedule 10 of the banking balance sheet of a bank provides the details of what? Fixed assets, current assets, investments, or other assets. The schedule 10. Let me give you a hint. First 5, 6 are specifically for only and only for the liabilities, and these are for the assets. So when we talk about the schedule 10, the schedule 10 is for fixed assets. What are fixed assets, everyone? How do we define the term fixed assets? If I have to define the term fixed assets, it's going to be like the assets which are divided into two broad categories. One is tangible, one is intangible. In terms of tangible, we would include the ones which can be touched, and the ones which cannot be touched are called intangible in nature. Fixed assets are those assets which are used for more than 1 year. Next question. Rebate on bills discounted refers to. Acha, what do you mean by bill discounted, everyone? What's the situation there? Okay. Sometimes people come to bank and sell their bills receivable. What do you mean by bills receivable? Bill receivable is an asset. I have got a particular right to receive money from certain person. Okay, now that's a right that I have got. That's an asset for me. That pata I'll get money from so and so. So that is my asset. Suddenly, overall, it was for 3 months. Suddenly, I had to make a major payment and I decided to sell off this bill receivable. And I went to the bank. And said that, bank, as such, 3 months are left to get the money from my person there, from the person who is supposed to pay me. The bill is accepted. I have got all the statements, documents, whatever is required. I've got everything. The bank said, okay, if the bill is for rupees 10,000 and 3 months are left, okay, I handed over the bill to the bank. How much money will the bank give to me? The first and the foremost question. The point is, this bill would be held if it would have been held by me. Technically, I would have got interest. It is. See, if I hold a particular bill for a certain period of time, there is an interest involved. The bank will say, if I buy the bill for 10,000 and collect 10,000 from that particular person, what am I getting? What is it that the bank is getting? If I don't make money, how will I give money to others? There are so many people who are dependent upon banks, be it the bankers, be it so many other people there. You know, that doesn't make sense. So as soon as the bank said it, I was like, no, the bank is right. What I can do is 9,500 rupees. Bank gave me 9,500. After 3 months, bank will go to the particular person and will buy it. Now, then what is it? Then the bill discounted means the discount that the bank gives us. You know, that is the amount of discount that the bank gives us, because ultimately bank has to earn from that. Again, now the point is, sometimes what happens is, bank, I gave one of my bills to the bank. I gave a bill receivable to the bank for collection. Sorry, payment. I went to the bank. There was a bills payable. I had to pay to someone. Bank made the payment for me in advance. I was supposed to pay on 31st of March, and I got a little money in the bank. So then what had happened is, instead of 31st of March, somehow the payment through the bank cleared on maybe a month before, maybe a little earlier, just because the payment is made earlier. Now I am eligible for discount. You know? Since I made the payment earlier, the interest portion should be reduced, and it has to be. So in this case, I receive income because I make the payment before time, and that is through the bank. So there are different kinds of bills receivables and bills payables, and banks also make money through this. Maybe through the particular person's, the payment that they are making for the person, and maybe through the bills that the person would have sold them. So in this case, they are saying that rebate on bill discounted is concessional rate of discount for priority sector, rebate provided to priority sector or unexpired discount or none of the above. Rebates on bill discounted. At this point of time, if there's a rebate on bill discounted, rebate means it's a kind of less money to be paid by the particular person there. This is basically called unexpired discount. The discount is yet to become due. Okay? It's called unexpired discount. Next point, the operating expenses shown in one of the schedules of the profit and loss account of the bank do not include law charges, printing and stationery, payment to employees, or interest expenditure. What do you mean by operating expenses? See, to run a bank, the bank has to incur certain expenses. Can bank run away from those expenses? Not at all. Bank has to incur certain expenses to keep itself alive. है ना? So, what are those expenses, everyone, that the bank has to compulsorily incur? Always remember, the bank cannot run on its own now. Can a bank run on its own? The bank has to incur certain expenses to keep itself going. Right? And when they have to go through all those expenses, those are called operating. है ना? So the operating expenses includes law charges. Yeah, sometimes banks actually get into some legal troubles, or they have to fight cases against people when people claim. Then printing and stationery, payment to employees, or interest expenditure. Right? Okay, everyone. This, and this. Employees have to be paid to keep yourself running. Printing and stationery has to be paid. Without paying for the printing and stationery, can the banks work? Because they have so many documentations. Even though everything is now turned into the CBS working there, but still there is a lot of filing work and extra, etc., which is required to be done by the bank. So I can say in this case, these three are expenses. But interest expense, we pay to the people now. This is finance expense or operating. This is not something that I can say this is a finance operating expense, because this is not to run a business. This is the core working area. You are spending so that you can earn more. This is the core area. That is why interest expenditure is not a part of operating expenditure. It has got its own respect when it comes to the books of accounts. Now, it has its own respect. Acha, next question. Interest earned by the bank is shown under which schedule of the profit and loss account? This portion is related to the area of income and expenditure, everyone. Interest earned by the bank. This is the primary source of earnings for a bank. Not anymore now. Now the banks also earn through the treasury management. They buy and sell securities. They are also involved in agency services as well. So I can say that the banks are not surviving on only one source of income, but they are surviving and thriving. Not only surviving. I'm sorry. The banks are surviving and thriving and growing through multiple sources of income now. But one of the basic source of income is Schedule 13, 14, 15 or 16. Interest earned is one of the primary sources from which they make money. So in this case, the correct answer is going to be schedule number 13. As per the financial statements of a bank. What I can do is in the next class, I'll show you a glimpse of what exactly the financial statements of a bank looks like. Okay. so that we can actually relate to the entire area. What's it? In the next class, I'll do that. Acha, now it's already good number of days have already passed. So I hope your preparation is going on at the full swing, right? Chali. Then let's move on and talk about the next portion. What is the primary source of revenue for a banking company? Since we were talking about the multiple areas, what is the primary source? The primary source can be interest on loans, commission and fees, dividend income, or capital gains. Banks earn through multiple sources, but the fact still remains is everything else, the commission and fees that they earn, dividend income, this happened after interest. The banks were basically formed to accept deposits and to provide loans. And they were making money through the interest differences. They would charge more interest and they will pay less. And the difference between that will help you to run the bank, that will help the bank to grow further. Now the banks are involved in service agency work, I would say. For example, they have started doing the insurance work. Now the banks are also involved in maintaining our demat accounts. Banks have their own treasury management work where they buy and sell securities to get money out of it. So there are so many ways through which the banks are earning right now. Na? They're not restricted to one particular thing anymore. है ना? Next point. Which of the following is not a liability for a banking company? Customer deposits, loan and advances, borrowing from other banks, or share capital? What will it be? For a bank, what is not a liability? If they have given loans to someone, then they'll be happy. They'll be like, Array, I have to get money from someone. Now. The person doesn't have to pay us. The person has to pay to us. We don't have to give anything to them. Customer deposits means we have to give them interest. The banks are bound for that. Same thing goes for loans and advance, borrowing from other banks. If you have taken money from other banks, you will have to pay interest. Share capital, the owners are going to ask us that, Hachi, are you giving me the dividend? So in all the areas, these are all three areas of liabilities, clear liabilities of an organization. But when you talk about loans and advances, bank has given money to someone else. So bank is going to tell about that they will receive money. This is a source of income for the bank. What is the purpose of the cash flow statement in the final accounts? To show how the cash and cash equivalent have changed over the period. To provide details about customer deposits, to calculate the interest earned, or to summarize the income and expense of the company. Why do we prepare the cash flow statement? I would say how the things, money and the other different forms of money, cash and cash equivalents, how do they change over the period of time? The basic working is this only. What we had in the beginning, how much of cash are we having at this point of time? See, at any point of time, anybody can ask me, Haji, how much money do you have? I should be having enough in my pocket so that I can pay it off, na? That's why. So, this is the end of the particular session. But before I end the particular session, Chaliye, let's look at the particular area of what are the sources, what are the different sources of studies that you can take upon. Let's go to our website, that is www.adda247.com. As you go on to this area, currently now what you need to do is you can take up our Mahapacks. The Mahapacks are available there. Under Mahapacks, you can get all these courses. Okay? The Mahapack 2.0 is available, which is both JIB as well as CIB. Currently, the discount of 77% is going on. So you can take it up for 13,314.47. Then 1100 hours of online classes are available, test series is available, 465 books, ebooks are available, and 1517 videos are available. So what you can do is you can take up the course for 13,314.47. Okay? So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly check it out on our website and our app for further details. This is for the JIB CIB Mahapack 2.0. And if you're looking forward towards only JIB, then we have another course with you. That is JIB Mahapack 2.0. That is available at 7727.08. So you can purchase this particular Mahapack. And the plus point of Mahapack is you get the courses. Okay? You get the specific courses. You get not only the course, but you also get the previous batches, current batches, as well as the revision batches. Everything is covered in it. Along with this, when we look at the batches, we are also providing you further details as well. That means we are providing you ebooks, we are providing you mock tests, we are providing you unit testing, we are providing you marathons and mega marathons, mini marathons, both. So everything is available in this, and that too. Both bilingual and English medium would be opened up for you. So you just have to pay once. After that, you don't have to pay again and again. Everything, whatever will be coming up or whatever we are done with this particular JIB Mahapack, whatever we are adding in JIB area, everything will be available to you. And the special offers are also available based upon the new syllabus or the pattern there. JIB Prime Test Pack is available. The JIB Prime Test Pack, which include IE and FS, PPB, AFM as well as RBWM. So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly check it out. 50 plus the 50 plus total tests are available. You can use the coupon code PREP15 to look forward to it. So kindly go ahead and check it out. And if you're looking forward to testing, Achha, if you have taken the Mahapacks, these Prime Test Packs are already included. But if you want to buy only the test pack, then you can buy it separately, right? Thank you so much.